Hello, second grade families. This is Mrs. Kane. Thank you for coming to my video. Um, it will not be fancy. It will not be technologically advanced, but hopefully these will help give you an idea of how to use some of the resources that I've given you to help your child advance in their skills. Things to remember when you're working with your child on these activities. Make it fast and frequent. Do not spend an hour or 2 hours thinking that, oh, if we work a long time, they're going to get more learning. That's not how brains work, especially not for little kids. 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. And frequent. If you're doing it daily or most days, that's how it's going to stick in their brain. So you want to do short sessions, but do them frequently. Set it up on a calendar or put it on your phone, your Alexa. They have an alarm that goes off. Keep it in your car. Keep a baggie in the car. So every time you're in the car, you guys can just go through these. Make it fun. First of all, they're going to love that they're doing something with you one-on-one, but come up with games. I'm going to give you some ideas, but please feel free to expand. Ask your kids to come up with games. They are so creative. You'll be surprised at the fun things they can come up with to practice. Focus on the positive. Don't worry about the things that they get wrong. Every time they get something right, though, praise, 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 right? This is not about what you can't do. This is, wow, look what you learned today. Or, oh, I remember you got that one right. Or, yay, that one was a tricky one. See if you can do it. Every time they try, their brain grows. All of these concepts are things that we have done in class, but we're doing them whole group or maybe even small group for you to be able to work on these one-on-one while your child is focusing their attention on you on a skill that is at their level is exponentially beneficial to them. So thank you again for coming. Even just showing up at this little video shows that you really care about your child's education, and coming from a full-time working mom, I know how hard it is to find the time and find the energy for you, and your child has been working hard all day and all year, and maybe it's not the top on their list to work more or to do more schoolwork. So again, make it fun, make it a game, but so beneficial. Thank you again for being here. So we're going to start. What your child might have are these papers. You're going to cut them out, and I actually gave the kids little baggies, but you can get little baggies, and you're going to just cut or have your child cut on the black lines. And we're going to cut out all of these little squares. You can see that right now they are grouped. The letter, a word with the letter, and then a picture of that word. So you're going to cut all of these out and then put them in a baggie. Now, you can put them all in one baggie if that's manageable for your child, or I have split them into groups by letters. So I have my A through M's that I put in one baggie, and then I have my N through Z's that I put in another baggie, just to make it more manageable. So I might do something like this with the kids. Start with just the sounds, and then just quiz them on it. What sound? Yeah, put that in the I know it pile. What sound? D. Try again. P. Nope, this one says B. What does it say? B. We're not going to go into a big story about it. Just B. That's B. See? Line on this side, bump on that side. One way for B and D is to have your kids go like this. B-ed. Right? It's a bed. It looks like a bed. The little person could be lying right here. This is the B, and this is the D. Bed. Bed. Okay. So, that one is a try again. Oh, this one. What sound? Good job. What sound? That sound says F. right? So you're splitting them up. Then when you get to the words, you can say, all right, I want you to do the sounds, then say it fast. So you want your child to say leg, leg. It's better for them to stretch it out than to chop it like le, e, g, right? Because l, e, g, laega. That is not a word, right? But if we do the sounds and then stretch out those sounds, leg, leg, then they're going to hear that word, right? Okay, got that one. G, a, at, got. Is got a word? No. Let's try that again. What other sound does O make? O, g, oat, right? We have the rule. 2 vowels go walking. The first one does the talking. This little group of letters, one phoneme, we call it one, it makes one sound. Sometimes 2 letters make one sound. They heard that before. We're going to just remind them that. Okay, put that in the try again. Then when you get to the picture, you can say, okay, what is that a picture of? Ink. Spell ink for me. Again, have them do 1 finger for each sound. Ink. And then they have to say the letter that goes with that sound. Ink. I-N-K. Or get a dry erase board or a piece of paper and a pencil and say, okay, write this word. But again, have them hold up 1 finger for each sound. Ink. Ink. And then they write that word. The holding up 1 finger for each sound is very helpful, especially once you get into the blends, and they're going to want to write like point. They're going to say point. Usually when kids will write it in the beginning, they might write P-O-I-T, right? Point. And then you have to say, oh, try again. Do we have all the sounds? Point. I have 4 sounds. If I have 4 sounds, I need to write those 4 sounds. And they're going to learn that sometimes one sound has 2 letters. Okay. We could also take these and play a matching game, right? Take the pictures and the words and do like a memory game. Where you have to flip them over. All right. Okay. And we take turns, right? Oh, that's a leg. I have to find the one that matches. Oat, goat. Is that a match? No. Put them over. Try again. My turn. Right? So make a game out of it. You can take these and put them around the house, right? Play a game of hide and seek where they have to find the card and then they have to say the letter. They have to spell the word or they have to read the word. Another great idea is to have 2 baggies. One, sounds I know, and one, I am learning. Once there's a sound that they know really well, and remember that when they have letters like C, there are 2 sounds. They need to know both of those sounds. They need to, so it says k like cat and s like celery, right? They need to know both sounds. Okay, I know both of those. That goes in the sounds I know. Maybe this one, I say and I can't think of it. Okay, this says like egg and E. We're going to put that in the I'm learning. So they get to see their progress, right, of all the sounds that they know, and the group of, oh, I have to practice those, gets smaller and smaller and more manageable. So you practice these more, and then maybe once a week you review the sounds that I know so they remember. Okay, so that is how to do the sounds. Another thing that might be in your child's baggie are the alphabet letters and then a picture that goes along with them. A like apple. And A like ape. Right? This these pictures have one sound. This is the Wonders. So I had put that in there for the kids. If they're working with another teacher in intervention, they might have a different group of picture words. I have posters on the sides of the kids' partitions, you know, what we use to keep everybody COVID free, and they have partitions, or excuse me, they have posters that are taped there that have the letters and then a picture that goes along with it for the kids to practice or to use as a resource. And then some of them also have blends, and some of them also have digraphs. Again, whatever they need. All right, so that is the first two, alphabet chart and letter sounds match. Have fun!